thanks for granting this audience into your beautiful world, dear Cati and Jay.
Thank
I
you.
like Cati's here because it's giving me Adele vibe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the question, being a creative is a lot in a world full of noise. To find someone who can listen, relate with your words, your dreams, the happy tears, and even the challenging moments, and one of the best gifts to have, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. We understand having the right partner can make life a lot more enjoyable and fulfilling. Having someone to support your creative journey in all sincerity and love all you do and all you are is a priceless gift. And this goes to Cati. You effortlessly reflect a unique glow, creativity, beauty, and grace. Can you share some highlights of how your create? Sorry, could you share some highlights of how your fiance has contributed to the growth of your journey as a creative?
Yes, definitely. Thank you for asking the question. So I was a content creator before starting our page together, right? So I actually work in social media myself, and I have that inner passion, that fire for creating content. So I've always been a creative. But
Okay.
when I met Jay, I had this idea of creating content together even before we were in a relationship. It was just TikToks of us dancing in the very beginning. Can you go turn? Yeah. Sorry, we're gonna shut the window. So at first it was just TikToks of us dancing and making funny videos before we were in a relationship. I just had this urge to create content with him. And then as our relationship evolved, we started making relationship content, more videos that talk about love and that reflect that relationship that we have. And it's been just an amazing journey because having a partner that is in the same boat as you and where you can bounce off ideas, propose new concepts, you know, like even our date nights, we turn them into vlogs at this point. So we're always creating content, and our lifestyle has become so filled with opportunities to be creative and to share that with the world. And it's very, very helpful when he's there for me, I guess.
Yeah, that's so sweet. The next question goes to Jay. You thrive beautifully as a content creator, and you're no doubt an inspiration to many out there. What would you consider most fulfilling about having the right partner?
Okay.
That is Cati.
Okay, so, all right, no problem. So having Cati in my life makes me realize that I understand that I can accomplish my goals, my personal goals, and our personal goals and our goals together faster than before, and that's the most fulfilling thing for me because honestly, when you have the right partner and she supports you and the partner supports you in everything you want to do, well, it makes things easier. So that would be the most fulfilling thing that I have with having the right partner. Yeah, that would be.
That's having a supportive partner is like everyone's dream, and having Cati in your life is a big win. Imagine having a copy of Adele, and then she supports you and all you do.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, the next question goes to either Cati or Jay. How did you meet, and was it love at first sight or love at the coffee shop?
You want to explain that, or you want me to explain?
Yeah, I'll explain. Because you'll understand why I'm gonna explain this one. So basically, I had moved into my new condo building. The very first day I moved, I had to go downstairs in the lobby area, and immediately when I got out of the elevator, I spotted Jay. He was in the lobby. And I remember just getting out of the elevator, looking to my left and seeing him sitting down. I was like paralyzed almost with like these feelings of attraction. And immediately, like without consciousness, I like went to him. And I'm very shy. So I don't go to people just like that. I don't necessarily make the first move. I'm not someone to just talk to strangers. So the fact that I had this urge in my body to go talk to him, it was like an out of body experience. I just went up to him and I found something to talk about. Like basically, I just invented a story almost to like get him to help me with something. And we had like instant chemistry, instant connection, attraction, like magnets towards each other.
Yeah.
And then he used that as an opportunity to give me his phone number. So it was love at first sight for me, for sure, because I swear when I saw him, I couldn't help but go talk to him. I had this feeling of my body just like complete.
Like your hearts are speaking to each other.
Yeah.
But
and I didn't believe in love at first sight before meeting him. So I can guarantee it was that for me.
Me either, for real. I didn't believe it at all, for real.
I don't really think that too, but hey, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, so the next question goes to Cati. I'm forever grateful for also choosing each other in this lifetime. I will forever be yours, and my love for you deepens every single day. These are your words for your fiance, and they give a beautiful glimpse of how you see him. What was the first attraction to him for you, and that do you think has kept the love and connection strong? Was it his black skin? Was it his height? Was it his that made you had to create a series?
I can say that.
Because of Jay.
I can
What
say
was that thing?
At first,
Yeah.
it's definitely physical because you don't know the person yet. It's completely physical. So I did see his beautiful black skin. I did see his nice braids and just like his was strong and masculine, and I was really attracted to that person. So
10 over 10.
Yes. So initially that's what it was. But then as the relationship evolved, I got to know his personality. I realized how much he is generous. He has a big heart. He's a hard worker. He gives so much to me and he helps me be the best version of myself. But obviously the attraction helps because if you're with someone in a relationship, the fact that you're so attracted to them, like makes you be your best self. You know what I mean? It just keeps the relationship.
Yeah, true.
Sure. But obviously there's more depth to it now.
I was just looking at both of you. I was like, she should just keep talking. She should just keep talking because I really love the relationship you have. I love the connection, the fact that your heart speak before your mouth would even say anything. It's a very strong bond.
Yes.
Yeah. So the next question goes to Jay. You and Cati are so beautiful together. I said it before, and perfectly reflects the beauty of diversity, which is one of our core values at Hello Icon magazine. What was that one thing that made you know she's the one, Jay? Was it the fact she looks like Adele, or she's soft spoken?
A physical looks definitely got me, but the thing that makes
down, I could tell from her.
Yeah, the thing that makes me realize that she was the one for me is to see how supportive she is and that she have a big heart. I think it's a big heart that really makes me understand that she's the one for me because she's so generous and she gives all herself to me in the relationship and she supports me in everything I want to do in life. So I feel invincible when I'm with her. So that feeling made me understand that, yeah, she's the one for me. Definitely.
Yeah, it's very beautiful because a man finding his mom, a mother figure in his wife is very, very important because once you have that in your woman, you have no worries, even at old age with children, because having a big heart is having an understanding. So she's just 110% perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
One is Latifa. So I really like the fact that when Jay was asked about what made him know that she's the one, he did not just talk about like the physical appearance, right? It's going to last longer and it's deeper when it's beyond just her looks. Yes, Cati is very beautiful, like she's especially beautiful. She has a shape, she has everything. But for him to like know that okay, even her like it's an inside out quality, like when you see even her beautiful heart. So that one is even more better and greater. So thank you so much for sharing that with us.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, in Nigeria, we call such women wife material 1,000 yards. Yeah. So the next question goes to Cati and Jay.
Okay.
Social media somewhat makes the picture of love, marriage, and relationship quite blurry sometimes. One moment you see love everywhere, the next moment we hear breakup stories. But these words below by one of our pioneer interviewees on the love series, makes the picture clearer. Understand what you see is not the complete picture. Understand what you see is not the complete story. Do not assume to know strength, power, independence, wisdom. Love is just beneath the eye-catching cover. To either Cati or Jay, can you please share some quick tips on how couples can better manage social media and its influence
Okay.
in their relationships?
I can go ahead. I don't mind. First of all, make sure that you put pictures of your loved one on your social media so everyone will know that you guys are together. Second tips I could give is never share your problems in your relationship and your social media. It's not good. And the energy that you will get from people that will see what's happening on social media is not necessary. So I don't think it's a good thing.
Yeah, true.
And the third thing also, how can I say? Good thing.
So
you can add some if you want to. Add up, baby, add up.
I guess so.
Yeah, Cati can. It's for both of you.
Yeah, like respecting the relationship's boundaries, right? So for us,
Hello, Cati.
yes.
Yeah, it was working a little, but it's good now.
Okay.
So it's important to respect the relationship's boundaries. For example, we have our rules in our relationship that work for us. So, for example, like as content creators, we're often on our phone, but we have important boundaries that make sure that we're not on our phones at the wrong time as well. Or the way we interact with other people on social media is also based on our rules that we have. Like we have, I guess, examples that I can give are like, we don't message people of the opposite gender, like things like that. We're very strict with our boundaries, but it works for us because there's no temptation or there's no opportunity for people to get in our relationship and like get influenced. Get in between. Like we really are strict.
Yeah, so third party.
Yeah, it really works for us because a lot of people, the more we post on social media, a lot of people interact with us. We get more attention. So if we start replying to everyone and getting to know everyone, like why would we make them, like I guess, why would we bring them in our relationship? Yeah. So we have strong boundaries, if that makes sense.
Yeah, a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, I love. Okay. Eden, you want to say something?
No, please go on.
Yeah, I love the fact that Cati and Jake, they have a lot of respect for each other because besides having a big heart, your heart connects and the whole communication, having respect for each other is something very, very important that a lot of people do not pay attention to. And I really love that about you, Cati and Jay. The next question goes to Jay. The next question goes to Jay. Who was the first person you told Cati about when your heart started beating?
My boy, Busy. Okay, so that's a friend of mine. That I know. That's a friend of mine that I know since I was a kid. We grew up with each other, but we got separated because her mother at the time decided to go live in Toronto. But we always keep in contact until today. So when I met Cati and then we went on a first date and everything went well. And then after that, the next day I called my friend and I told him about her. And then he saw her, he saw some pictures of her and he told me that, oh, she looked good, this and that. So how's everything so far? And then, yes, that's pretty much it. He was really happy for me. And yeah, for real, it was really great. That was the first person that I told about Cati.
Latifa, are you there?
That's so sweet. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
The other question goes. Okay. The question goes to Cati. What song best describes your awe-inspiring relationship with Jay?
There's a song called Into Orbit by Alex Isley. So
Could you sing the song? I didn't hear the song. Could you look at Jay and sing a part of the song to him?
Do you want me to write it in the chat?
No, I could just sing it to Jay. Why don't you sing it to Jay? Look at him and sing this song.
No.
A part of it to him.
Let her write the chat.
Yeah. I can't.
Okay.
But that's the song that describes our relationship because she says, take me to the moon. I want to be with the stars. Send me into orbit. So it's just, I feel our love is so deep. And it's like, there's the expression that says, I love you to the moon and back, which is like the biggest amount of love that you can give to a person. And I feel like that's us. Like, I love you to the moon and back, like the lengths I would go to. I would give my life for you.
It's boundless.
Wow.
Yeah, so Into Orbit is that kind of vibe. It's the deep, the depth.
I'm going to download the song today. I'm going to look for it and download it.
Cati, could you write this song in the comment section? Perhaps I could check it out later.
It's really good. You
okay,
guys.
I'll screenshot it. I'll screenshot it.
Right.
Okay. The next question goes to Cati and Jay. What does art mean to you? What is art to you as a person, or as a creative, or generally, what does art mean to you?
So I will answer. I can answer. Then you can give your answer if you want after. So for me, art means for me that is the ability to share your gift to the world and people to make their life better. So could be singing, could be dancing, whatever talent that you have. For me, art is expressing what you love to do, expressing your gift that you have inside of you, to make other people's life better. For me, that's art.
I think I can add something too. Like art.
Okay.
Art can come from a place of pain or a place of negativity, but you're using that talent and that gift to create something positive to help other people. So it's like the transformation and the process of starting from point A to point B, creating work that can be rewatched and that can keep inspiring for a legacy. Like look at Michael Jackson. He has passed away, but we're still listening to his music and feeling happy when we do. So it's just like that timeless legacy.
Yeah, there's something that I respect about you, Cati. Besides the great qualities, I love you'd be a great mom because I love how you articulate, how you put the words when you talked about what art means to you. Like, I don't know, I love your thinking, how you bring words.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, I think both Cati and Jay complement each other very well. Because
they do.
From what Jay defined artist, it was just like Cati was like giving a completion of it or like a continuation of it. Yeah, so it's really great. And I learned something new right now. I learned something new from this.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, there's like listening to relationship therapy. I love your relationship. It's perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect, very perfect. Yeah. So the next question goes to Cati. As creatives, we understand the high tendencies of getting stressed out even while pursuing our passion. There are days when even depression may creep in, or just that inexplicable feeling of overwhelmingness. Do you have any relatable experience to this? And if so, how are you able to manage and thrive beyond phases like this? Any quick tips? Do you have any quick tips on mental health for creative?
Stop comparing yourself, because that is often the root cause of that darkness feeling that you get as a creative. It's because you're looking at your and comparing it to other people. And like, for example, you might be in your chapter 1 of your story, and then you're comparing yourself to someone who's at chapter 15. So there's levels that you are not necessarily ready to get to, and that's completely normal because everything that is good takes time. And when you compare yourself, you're completely removing that value of what you created. And when you let it go and you free yourself from those comparison tendencies, you actually appreciate your work. You know what I mean? So I would also say another thing is to, when you're on social media, it's to not be a consumer, it's to be a creator. Because if you're always going to consume what other people are doing, you're going to forget your own ideas. Yes, you can get inspired. So when you're scrolling, scroll as a creator. Don't scroll as a consumer, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's very deep to explain, but it's about the way you see a video, and you can use it for your own content, but don't get caught up in the scrolling, like if you're just a consumer of content.
Yeah.
You're the artist. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I would agree with you a lot, because that, yeah, people see things on social media and you be like, oh, I wish, and they don't know that these things, they don't know what these people are, what they're facing, or what their life is all about, and they get depressed or have anxiety over something that's just make believe, and that's so true. Yeah. So the next question goes to Jay. Do you feel creatives in developed countries are at advantage than those in developing countries?
Honestly, not that much. The only advantage that they have is they have the tools to turn the ideas into digital projects like videos, pictures, whatever. But after that,
Yeah.
there's not much difference. I believe that countries in developing countries, I think they have they tap more into the creative mind.
Yeah.
Because they don't have, there's a lack of technology, there's a lack of a lot of things, so they have no choice but to rely on the creative side, to forget about the bad thing that they're going through, and to create, and they feel more happy by doing that. Yeah. So that's what I believe. You want to add something?
That's true, but I also see that as a very big difference, not just a little difference, because me, I having an idea and then have the enabling environment or tools, for me it's a very big challenge. Yeah, so but as you said, as long as they have their idea, they have to find a way to go about it.
Yeah, I think that I really understand where Jay is coming from. And like,
Yeah.
in Nigeria or in Africa, for instance, when there are so many like downtimes, like so many things that we go through here, people outside this continent do not really go through them. But you still see people very happy here. You still see people. I have one of my cousins come back from USA, and she saw like an insect and she started crying. But a little child would see the insect there and would, because we are just used to all these things. So we are now relying on our creativity to keep us happy, to keep us moving and all. So like if you see a book written by an African or like people from developing countries, you will see so much depth. Like it's not like there are no depths outside there, but you just feel the pain. Like they now, like I think Cati also mentioned it earlier, like when you from a place of darkness, you turn it to light. And I feel like that holds more value. So I really understand that space. Yeah.
I really understand what you're saying too as well.
Honestly, I think it's important to validate that there's different opportunities in America than in developing countries. It's just a fact, and we're very privileged here to be able to call a talent agent and like get some contracts like that because there's work available. But in developing countries, maybe there's no influencers really. There's not agencies yet that are like fully
true.
Like there's maybe less work. So I think it's important to validate the difference for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, the next question goes to Cati. We understand balancing work time and rest time is a struggle for many creatives. Please share a few tips on how you try to balance work time, rest time, and family time.
So I would say that your self-care comes first because you can't pour from an empty cup. Your cup has to be full to give love to others. So before you even think about balancing family time, work time, think about yourself and your mental health. When that is strong and stable, then you're able to give love and to feel more structured. So the more self-care you do, the more you'll be able to think clearly. And a tip that I can give is to write everything in your calendar, in your agenda. For example, if you have something you have to do, block that time out of your day, get it done. And then when it's over, you can do something else. But you really have to use time blocking strategies to plan out your days to make sure that everything is structured. And also, you have to think about what your priorities are, because my priority would be Jay and my family. So that comes before anything else. It comes before work. It comes before activity. And when I have those priorities, I'm able to really value that time with them and give the opportunity to have that time.
Yeah, it's the way Jay looked at you when you said my priority is Jay and my family. That's the way he looked at you.
I like
He was nodding his head like, yes, that's my woman, that's my wife. Yeah, so the next question goes to Cati and Jay. What does success mean to you? What is success to you?
So for us, success means to be able to realize your goals and dreams. And me and Cati, we have a lot of goals and dreams that we want to achieve, and every day we're getting closer to it. So even though we're not there already, we're starting to be there now.
You will be there.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's what success is for us.
I think, yeah, like another word to describe that is freedom, because total success to us is the freedom to be who we are and to do what we love as work.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And success to me is having a family, getting married. So like those things, but that's also freedom. It's because you're able to just be who you are, be authentic, and like just love who you love and grow with that people. So it's just that freedom, you know?
Yeah, I love the fact that you guys are just yourself, like genuinely yourself. I just love your relationship. I will keep saying that again because it's
no problem.
Yeah. So the next question, the last question for me for the segment goes to Cati and Jay. No, it's poetry. Let's go a little bit poetic. If poetry is a rainbow and you have a choice of one color in that palette, what color would that be and why?
So what color does poetry look like to us?
No, if poetry is a rainbow. Yeah,
like if you have to pick one color.
Yeah, from
what
the
color
rainbow,
would that be?
And why?
I'm going to answer that question, baby.
Well, you can answer after your color. For me, I would say blue because blue.
Whoa!
Because you love blue, that's why. Because blue is my favorite color too.
Well,
blue is the color of my room. Everything here is blue. Sadly, I can't send in my video.
Blue represents peace and calm, and the water to me is just so beautiful. I love the ocean so much. I love water, and when I think of blue, it reminds me of that water and just the calmness. And we both love that color. I don't know. I think that's what we would choose.
Yeah. What about you, Jay? Same color and same reason.
Same color, same reasons too, but I will add some. Also, I believe that the blue color is a sign of courage and and being ambitious. And me, I'm very ambitious and courageous. So yeah, that would be the two of the things that I will add up to it, to what she says. For the rest, she said everything because she took my color. You saw my reaction. I was like, come on, baby, come on. But it's okay. It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time interviewing you, Cati and Jay.